everyone, it's Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, I have a couple of new heroes to look at here on the test server. They look incredible as always, so let's take a look and see what we think. Alright, GUL'DRAK. He looks cool. Oh my gosh. So yeah, the visual, the jiggle physics, the spins, no fancy glowy stuff, but very, very cool. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. How much fun is he? Alright, Chaotic Infernal. So this is going to be our Ancient exclusive. The Bloodsworn Reaver. He's a fighter dealing normal damage. The demon GUL'DRAK, sculpted from his master's flesh and blood, drags his chains and giant axe as he traverses the battlefield ruins. Following the scent of embers, he traced the path of destruction, only to have his weapon broken and his arm severed upon their first encounter. Single target, physical attack, multi-strike attack, and summons. Again, so he has a fighter. He does have that extra space so a defender can plop in front of him and make him super protected and more versatile in a lot of content. So talent reduces redeployment time by 30 seconds. After deployment, triggers spawn, and the hero's attacks inflict bleed on the target. So spawn, after 40 seconds, the hero retreats from the battlefield and creates a vestige in his position. The vestige cannot be healed and inherits 100% of the hero's attributes and all skill effects except spawn. Up to 3 vestiges can exist on the field. Interesting. He summons himself. Bleed. 5-second bleed, the continuous true damage equal to 1% of the target's max HP per second and increases their physical damage taken by 10%. Does not stack. Alright, I skipped the base stats, so sorry, we're out of order here. Base stats, whoa! 67, almost 6,800 attack. Cost of 19, block of 2, attack interval 3 seconds. Regen auto 13. Alright. Physical attack. Basic. Deals 50% damage to one enemy 2 times. The ultimate frenzied strikes unleashes 10 consecutive slashes at one enemy target in range. Each slash deals 80% damage 2 times and causes HP drain, equal to 20% of the current HP of to the hero. This skill can only be triggered 1 time per deployment. The hero cannot die while it is active. HP drain, when activated, ignores any shield carried by the target and directly reduces HP. Passive Bone Reaver's Edge. Each time the hero deals damage to an enemy, inflicts 1 stack of open wounds on them. Open wounds is when GUL'DRAK attacks an enemy with this effect, reduces attack interval by 2%, stacking up to 10 times. If the enemy has full stacks of open wounds, the hero additionally ignores 20% of their defense, and each instance of damage dealt reduces the remaining time until the next spawn by 1 second. Cool. God, he's fun. Look at him. I love it. The passive Forlorn Sacrifice. When an allied hero or vestige retreats from or dies on the battlefield, the hero gains 10% damage increase for 10 seconds. An arena cost reduced by 5 because he is chaotic after all. Alright, I need to give him another spin here. Look at this. Oh, he's so cool. The Infernal Lord is definitely coming. New Infernal Lord has to be coming with all these infernal crazy characters. Although it doesn't hurt to make Soul Cadens and Twin Fiend more useful again. They've kind of fallen away, haven't they? So cool. Okay, Awakenings. Awaken 1. Each time this hero is deployed, it permanently increases his damage by 10%, stacking up to 3 times. Awaken 2, attack plus 300. Awaken 3 reduces the initial trigger time required for spawn by 15 seconds. Awaken 4, or sorry, it was Awaken 3. Awaken 4, penetration plus 8%. And Awaken 5, the hero can be deployed on Vestige's tile to kill it. Consider it a forced retreat, restoring 10% max rage to adjacent allies and doubling the number of slashes for the hero's next ultimate. So he can sacrifice his own summon of himself, and it's like a big boost. That's really clever. All right, he's cool. And of course, as always, I will read his story for a YouTube short instead later on. But let's see what the devs have to say about this guy. So the notes on him: he's a single target fighter with a relatively short redeployment time. After staying on the battlefield for a period, when withdrawn, the hero leaves behind a clone at his original position that inherits his attributes and skills to continue fighting. GUL'DRAK can ignore defense and has high burst damage through his ultimate. The recommended lineups are for Malric Halls of Illusion, used as a counter unit to deal with elite monsters independently. And then for PvP single target, with Chaos Dominion like Valderon, GUL'DRAK, Sergei, Sithra, and Dao Chan. It also should be noted that he is going to be great for Artifact Material Raids stages 23 through 30, which are apparently coming soon. Alright, on to Graves' Greybeard, the Lost Mariner. He is an Esotericist defender dealing normal damage. Look at him. Ooh! Very cool. Look at that shield. Oh my god, I love this shield. Creepy pirate. Love it. Very cool. No spinny light physics, but we'll take it. Love the appearance overall. Damn. He just looks so badass. I like him. Alright, sorry. Graves' Greybeard specializes in salvaging shipwrecks, and his gambling skills are deadlier than his marksmanship. He scammed the coordinates to find the king's... Scammed? Or scanned? The coordinates to find the king's shipwreck, only to find a tricorn, a whistle, and a flintlock. The moment he put them on, the thick mist eroded him into a mere shadow. So he's got team protection, ally buffs, and anti-air as a defender. Ooh, okay, let's go. Let's take a look here at his stats. So his range is awesome. Like a straight line ahead as a defender is pretty cool. Maybe he'll help pick out the guys flying in, anti-air. His defense is 3,300 and HP almost 24,000. Attack pretty solid as well for a defender. Attack interval 2.4 seconds. Rage gen auto 14. Oh, his cost is 18 as well. Cool. Alright, the talent. When other allied heroes within 2 tiles of this hero take damage, applies Tidal Mist to them. Tidal Mist is a 10-second effect that cannot be targeted by enemies and restores HP equal to 10% of Graves' Greybeard's attack per second. When the hero blocks the enemy, Tidal Mist is removed, dealing 100% damage and inflicting stun for 3 seconds to up to 5 adjacent enemies. The trigger interval for each hero is 30 seconds. The hero gains 20% physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction and inflicts slow on enemies when dealing damage to them. That's so cool. So when other allies within 2 tiles take damage. So he's going to allow other allies that might not be crowd controllers to become crowd controllers. Interesting. Magic attack. Oh yeah, so weird. Wait, magic attack? I don't think that's correct. I think this is a typo. This is probably a typo because he does normal damage, not magic damage. So I will make... Alright, sorry, yeah. Magic damage, 100% AoE damage to 8 enemies in range for the basic. The ultimate, Tide of the Damned. Look at that range! Whoa! That's super cool. I love it. Good job, Moonton. When the ultimate is triggered, doubles the physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction gained from the talent, deals 200% magic damage to up to 8 enemies in range, and knocks them back with 2 times strength. During the ultimate, the hero becomes the priority target for ranged enemies and applies a Tidal Mist to the allied heroes in the talent's range. So interesting. I love the ability. The effects are awesome. Crazy range. It's like a Melvira type thing. Really unique utility as a defender, so very cool. Good to see. All right, Pirate's Wager. When deployed, increases max HP by 20%. It increases defense by 20% of the hero's attack. Basic attack restores 8% HP. And then Pirate's Curse. Grants 10% inspiration to all allied heroes on the field with invisibility or Tidal Mist. During the ultimate, grants 14% inspiration to them. Ah, inspiration. Okay. We'll take it. And to note, the slow that he gives is a 3-second slow with a 50% movement speed reduction. I realized I didn't click that one. And there are differences, so. Okay, Awakenings. Awaken 1, when deployed, restores 5 cost and immediately applies Tidal Mist to 2 allied heroes with the highest attack in range. Okay. Immediately to 2 with the highest attack. So the boosts happen right away. Attack plus 300 for Awaken 2. Awaken 3, the talent is enhanced. Other allied heroes with the talent's range can trigger Tidal Mist 1 time every 20 seconds at most. Awaken 4, Rage Regen Auto plus 1. And Awaken 5, each ultimate cast increases the hero's max HP by 10%, stacking up to 3 times. Cool, cool. And again, story, The Dead Man's Chest, we will have to read for sure. I'm sure he has a fun one. But the notes about this guy, ally stealth and team support. He can grant stealth to allies, preventing them from being targeted by enemies. Provide global buffs to all stealth allies with unlimited range. The hero's basic attacks can hit aerial units, and he also offers strong AoE slow effects. Recommended lineup is that he can be used as a standalone unit or paired with other stealth heroes. And this test environment suggested are Gear Raid 3, Malric Halls of Illusion. I love the idea of putting him in that middle spot blocking the portal for Gear Raid 3. He'll be incredible for progression there, especially in the early stages if a brand new player, like a brand new player that might not have all the perfect heroes to progress Gear Raid 3, you might really rely on the crowd control for stages like 18 and 19 to slow things down, to deal with them, to also protect your allies and boost your allies that are attacking around him too. But I think that's a really cool ability. So yeah, I think he sounds really solid. And I think even though it's a defender and that can sometimes be boring, I think he'd be an amazing character to get, or especially early on for a newer account that's working on progressing. But yeah, that is all for this video. Again, this was the test server. So not to be confused with the global servers or the Forerunner servers. Sometimes things are a bit different there. And we'll have to see when these guys will be released. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.